Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Fall Damage server. Let's go have some fun. 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 I got my posse with me, moving on the bridge. Moving on the... Oh! Okay, well, welcome back, everybody. I'm just putting away some of our stuff from our last little trip. Okay, Matt and I are on, and we're just talking about, he's getting ready for to do a video himself, and so I told him to tell everybody I said hi. So, I'm going to go ahead and get a couple things ready today. It's going to be, again, another talky thing, because I've got some things that I want to talk about. And then while I'm talking, I'm going to be working. But I'm going to do this in, like, kind of fast motion and stuff. So I'll speed up the work on the screen, and then I'll just talk to you kind of in the background and stuff. So it's going to be a voiceover type of day, because there's things that I need to that I want to talk about and stuff, but I don't want to sit there and do like I normally do, which is, okay, what do I need to do here? Oh, let me break this block right here. Now let me talk to you a little bit more and repeat myself. So let me get a couple things ready and get this thing going, and we will be right together. Right together? That's stupid. I'll be right back. Okay, here we go. So first off, my nose is a little stuffed up today. Hopefully that won't keep me from talking too much. Well, it definitely won't keep me from talking, but hopefully it won't affect the quality of everything too much. So what I'm going to do here in this time-lapse thing is I'm building a sugarcane farm and a cactus farm. And I love the fact that these kinds of farms are pretty much automated. Like, if I'm standing around, the pumpkin, the melon, these two farms, completely automated. All I have to do is stand around. I'm also going to make a very small cocoa bean farm, and it can pretty much be automated too, I suppose. I'm still going to have to go back and plant the cocoa beans, and that's the only bad thing. Is like cocoa beans and wheat and carrots and potatoes, you actually have to go back and replant. So that's the only bad thing about all this. But we'll do this while we're working. Okay, so a couple announcements to make, and this is just to let everybody know in case they didn't know. Effective February 4th, Minecraft is going to allow us to change our names. Woohoo! So now you have to have a Mojang account, which means you have to sign in with your email. When you log into Minecraft, it has to be through your email. And if you haven't set that up, why? Because, come on, man. Let's go. Let's see. So you can change your name. There is a 30-day cooling down period between name changes so that people aren't constantly changing their names. And then after 37 days of not using your old name, Mojang will release that name and other people can grab it. So, if you signed up for Minecraft and you had a crappy name like Super Duper Miner 9356782, You can get rid of that. Or if you're just not happy with your name, you can get rid of that. I know that YouTube actually allowed that also, because if you remember, Pungence, BOO's brother, Pungence, used to also, his YouTube channel actually was Assyrian Assassin, and then his Minecraft name was Pungence. So now I think Pungence is better than Assyrian Assassin, but that's just my opinion. He can now go back to whatever he wants, so that's pretty cool. The only con that I can think about this is that, when you log on, if you first log on, people just may not know who you are. So you can log into a server, and now you've got your uber cool, ironic name, and a lot of people may not know who you are. They may be used to seeing you as, CMason1015, and now they're going to know you as, I don't know, DBZ Goku 3560. I would never name myself that, but for YouTubers, I don't think it's going to change at all. For anybody who's doing YouTube, because you really want your name to stay. So if BOO decided to change his name to B-Dubs, I don't think that would be the best thing for him. He's BOO, and that's who he is. Now, I know that big YouTubers sometimes go on public servers and they use secondary accounts, that nobody knows who they are and stuff, and that will help. That will help them use that. Now, the other thing to remember too is that you won't be able to, if you've been banned from a server, that's not going to help you, because it uses your UUID, which is a gigantic long string of numbers. That's your actual login that you use to log in. So your screen name, your username, the screen name that you log in with, that can change, but your UUID won't change. People like, there's been some griefer troops that have gone around and gotten banned from everything, and they won't just be able to change their names and get back into the same servers. Let's see. So that is very, very, very cool. Something else that is really cool, it's kind of another new announcement. I'm only just talking about topics. I'm not really talking about an announcement that I'm making for myself. So I'm really excited. I am subscribed to Geek and Sundry, and if you don't subscribe to that, you should, because it's a really cool channel. There is a new show coming on to Geek and Sundry tomorrow. It starts tomorrow. I'm recording this on the 15th of January, so it starts on the 16th. Sorry about that. That was me snorting my nose. Now, Geek and Sundry originally had The Guild with Felicia Day, which was a really cool kind of web series. I think it got into some sort of channel or something like that. I think for a while it was on G4. So the new series is called LARPs. And if you don't know what LARPs means, it's live action role play. That's actually the name of LARPs, but the series is also named LARPs. Right from the website, the series follows a group of friends and their journey through both their imaginary and real lives. And it'll be a comedy show, and it's going to be really funny. It's going to poke fun at the LARPers, but it's also going to poke fun at kind of in general, society in general, which is exactly what the Guild did. The Guild was a guild of basically World of Warcraft people. I don't think that they could use that, but it was kind of that game. They they kind of poked fun at everything. They poked fun at the gaming industry and gamers and everything else like that. So it was really funny. I'm really looking forward to this one too. That is on Geek and Sundry, and I'll try and remember to put links to all the everything that I do in the thingy down below. And then finally, you may not be aware of this. And it's not like I've ever advertised this about myself, but there's a secret that I have about myself, and I'm going to come out and reveal it right now. Yes, it's true. I, C. Mason, am a nerd. um, I I'm a very much a nerd. I'm a geek. I claim guilty to all of those things. Um, occasionally I like to do nerdy and geeky things. Playing video games might be one of them. But in 2015, everybody knows that or I hope everybody knows that I live in the Minneapolis area. And in 2015, there's going to be a whole lot of geeky nerdgasm things coming to Minneapolis, and I kind of want to run down some of these things. Now, I'm going to put links in the description down below to all of these things. So if you want to check them out, go ahead and check them out. But I just kind of want to go through there. And if you're watching this and you're in the Minneapolis area and you want to get together, or if you want to come and visit and stuff like that, hey, you're always welcome. I'm not going to go to all of these. There's no way I can take off enough work to go to all of these. There'll be a few that I really definitely want to go to, but I can't go to all of these. So, starting in February on the 13th through the 15th is Con of the North. It's a games convention, and they play a whole wide range of games. So they do like role-playing games. They do the collectible card games like Magic. They do board games like Settlers of Catan, the miniature games like Warhammer, and I'm assuming like the Star Wars miniature game and stuff like that. They do advertise computer games like StarCraft. I don't know if they'll do any Minecraft or anything else. I don't know what they do. I've never been to this one, so I don't know. And then of course many more. That's February 13th through 15th. March 6th through 8th, we have MarsCon, which is a kind of a fan-run sci-fi convention. I didn't see any descriptions or anything about like what's going to happen at this, or any guests or anything. But that's March 6th through 18th. That's MarsCon 2015, and their kind of catchphrase is "Heroes and Wizards and Fae." Oh my! so that's pretty cool. April 2 through 5 is Minnicon 50, and I definitely want to try to go to this one. It is a general sci-fi convention run by the Minnesota Science Fiction Society. Guests this year include Jane Yolen, and then Larry Niven. Hello, Ring World. Brandon Sanderson, who's a big fantasy writer. So that is something I definitely kind of want to go to and hopefully meet and talk to them. I've got my Ring World books around here somewhere. I'm definitely going to be taking those and have Larry sign them if I can. So I'm really excited about that. May is the big, that starts the big month. And I probably need to take off the entire month of May. I'm putting in my vacation request now. So May 1 through 3 is Wizard World Minneapolis Comic-Con. Now, Wizard World is basically a convention company, and they go around to all the major cities and have these Comic-Cons and stuff like that. The guests this year include Kevin Sorbo, Hercules, Carl Urban, who played Dr. McCoy in the new Star Trek reboot. But the one that I'm really excited about, and those are good. Kevin Sorbo was, of course, Hercules, and the one that I'm really excited about is Sylvester McCoy, who played the Seventh Doctor. sorry, I'm nerdgasming out even before this happens. And then there's also Neil Adams, who's a really pretty big DC artist. He did a lot of work for DC Comics. So that is May 1 through 3rd. May 8th through 10th is Animinneapolis, which is the second largest anime convention in Minneapolis, featuring cosplay, anime, guests, dealers, video games, a rave, free ramen, artists, and more. And then I'm also understanding they're going to have a games tournament too. So that should be very, very cool. I didn't see anything about any guests or anything like that. The big one for me, and I've been to this several times now, is May 16th through 17th is the MCBA, which is the Midwest Comic Book Association Springcon, and they have that at the fairgrounds underneath the grandstand, the Minnesota Fairgrounds underneath the grandstand. So I'm looking very, very forward to that. That is so the Wizard World Comic Con really is about cosplay and kind of this whole comics culture thing. The MCBA one, it's about comic books. If you don't like comic books, don't bother showing up, because that's what it's about. There is a little bit of cosplay. There's a little bit of different things like that, but it's about the comic books, and there's like all these different dealers. I mean, it's like you can go crazy trying to find things in there. So it's very, very cool. And again, it's the one that I go to. I've been there probably 4 years now, so I love that one. Okay, May 22nd through 24, we're still in May, is Manticon, which is celebrating military science fiction literature, which is really a cool thing. The guests this year are going to be David Weber. David Weber is a very prolific sci-fi writer. His big series is with a protagonist named Honor Harrington, and it is military science fiction, no doubt. And then Timothy Zahn, who has written many, not only, well, he's written a lot of Star Wars, or quite a few Star Wars novels. He also writes in David Weber's Honor Harrington series universe type thing, so they call that the Honorverse. And it sounds like those two are really good friends. I know of both of them from working in the bookstore. And then the other one that I really, really, really want to go to is May 29th through 31st, Console Room, which is the Doctor Who convention. And this year, the guest is Colin Baker, who, as you probably know, because you're as big of a Whovian as I am, was the sixth Doctor. So, yay! I could meet potentially sixth and seventh Doctor right this year. So, I'll try. I do want to try to go to that one for sure. Then it looks like we take a break in June. In July, the 2nd through the 5th is CONvergence. That is the big science fiction. That's the big one for the Minneapolis area. The theme for this year is Double Plus Good, which is celebrating dystopian visions in science fiction and fantasy. So I mean, call it the Hunger Games, call it there's a whole bunch of, almost all science fiction fantasy is some sort of dystopian universe. So that's pretty cool. I'd like to try to go to that. I don't know if I'll be able to. July 24th through 25th is Diversicon, which celebrates diversity within the science fiction and fantasy genre. They have panels and discussions like that. They have a reading, a set of readings and stuff like that. So it sounds pretty cool. There's going to be a couple of really good guests who actually discuss diversity and minorities in science fiction. Let's see. August 21st through 33rd is 33rd. Can you speak, Carl? 21st through 23rd is Creation Entertainment Salute to Supernatural. And again, this sounds like you can meet some of the stars of Supernatural, and it sounds like it's really cool fun. And then September 4 through 6 is Manticon 2015. Again, I don't have too much information on that. It sounds like they're still in planning on that one too. But I've heard of that one before, so it sounds like a pretty good one. Again, these are really cool conventions. There are a few. The ones that I really want to go to are the Minnicon. I'd like to go to the Wizard World one just so I can see Sylvester McCoy. I'd like to go to I will be going to the MCBA Springcon, and then I definitely want to try to go to the Console Room also. The other ones I'd love to go to, but I don't think my boss is going to let me take off that many weekends in a row. So, but we'll see, and maybe I can just go. Most of these I just want to go to one day anyway. It's not like even the Comic-Con when I'm going through, because I'll bring my wish list of comic books there, and I'll start flipping through, and people lose me. Even there, I go one day, and that's pretty much it. That's all I can kind of handle of that anyway. So, but yeah, I'm looking really I'm looking really forward to some of these, and I want to go to some of them. And if you want to go, you can hit me up, and we can either meet up or something like that. I try to bring my friend Bill along, and then we try to like do breakfast in the morning, and then go and geek out ourselves, and then pass out in the car on the way home and have a wreck. No, just joking about that part. All right. So I have gone on for almost 20 minutes, and so that's about an episode. Hopefully, I'm done with the farms now, and it looks really good. I can tell you from the end of it, they're going to be great. Already collecting a lot of stuff from them, and so I'm going to be fine on that. And that's the thing about the farms too, is once you set them up and they get going, you don't have to worry about them, and they just keep on making more and more stuff, and then pretty soon you're overloaded. So, and that's fine. That's okay. Rather have too much than not enough. All right. Well, thanks for joining me. Hopefully this was entertaining for you and informative about things going on. If you have any questions or anything, give me a holler. Otherwise, I will see you on the next video. Bye-bye.